Good afternoon and welcome everyone to our second quiz on Exodus. Okay, so if you guys are ready, let's start.
What happened to Pharaoh's army when they followed Israel through the Red Sea? A. Became fearful. B. Drowned. C. Fought among
Ay, nawala,
themselves.
nawala yung sa akin
D.
na
Got lost. E. None of the above.
Okay, so the
The
answer
answer
is
is
letter
letter
B.
B.
And you found that on Exodus 14:28 to 30. The last part of the verse, they said, "So the Lord saved Israel that day out of the land of Egyptians. The Israel saw the Egyptians dead in the seashore." By what
By
means
what
did
means did
God
God
cause the
cause
Red
the
Sea
Red
to
Sea
go
to go
back,
back,
divided,
divided,
and
and
made
made
dry
dry
lie?
lie?
A.
A.
By
By
God's
God's
word,
word,
let the
let the
land be
land be
dry.
dry.
B.
B.
By
By
Moses,
Moses,
stretched up their
stretched up
hand
their hand
in faith.
in faith.
C.
C.
Strong
Lalagyan mo ng
Strong
wind,
master
wind,
east
audio.
wind.
east wind.
D.
D.
God sent
God
an
sent an
angel.
angel.
E.
E.
An
An
earthquake.
earthquake.
The answer is letter C. It is caused by a strong east wind. Exodus 14:21. Then Moses stretched out his hand over the sea, and the Lord caused the sea to go back by a strong east wind all that night, and the made sea to dry land, and the waters were divided. What
What
problem
problem
they did
they did
encounter in
encounter in
Mara?
Mara?
A.
A.
Attack by
Attack by
enemies.
enemies.
B.
B.
Extreme
Extreme
heat
heat
wave.
wave.
C.
C.
Lack of
Lack of
food.
food.
D.
D.
The water
The
was
water was
bitter.
bitter.
E.
E.
Snake
Snake
attacked
attacked
and bit
and
them.
bit them.
Okay, the
Okay,
answer
the
is
answer is
letter
letter
D.
D.
The
The
water
water
was
was
bitter.
bitter.
Exodus
Exodus
15:22
15,
and
22 and
24.
24.
What
What
did
did
God
God
promise
promise
that He
that He
would not
would not
put
put
on the
on the
children of
children of
Israel
Israel
if
if
they
they
obeyed
obeyed
the
the
voice of the
voice of the
Lord?
Lord?
A.
A.
Depression.
Depression.
B.
B.
Diseases.
Diseases.
C.
C.
Hunger.
Hunger.
D.
Lalagyan mo
D.
natin kung master
Thirst.
audio.
Thirst.
In Zoom.
Pardon? Do I lost my audio?
Lalagyan mo.
Yes?
Yeah, it's good now.
It's good now. Okay. Okay, so let's proceed. The answer is letter B. The Lord would not give them diseases. And you found that on Exodus 15:26. The Lord promised, "I will put none of the diseases on you which I have brought you out of the land of Egyptians, for I am the Lord your God, and heals you." How did
How
God
did God
solve the
solve the
first
first
problem
problem
in the
in the
wilderness of
wilderness of
Sin
Sin
and
and
placed later
placed later
called
called
Mariba?
Mariba?
A.
A.
Coconut
Coconut
pumped
pumped
water.
water.
B.
B.
Spring in
Spring
the
in the
desert.
desert.
C.
C.
They
They
dug
dug
wells.
wells.
D.
D.
Poured
Poured
rain hard.
rain hard.
And E.
And E.
Water from the
Water from
rock.
the rock.
How did
How did
God
God
solve the
solve the
thirst
thirst
problem in
problem
the
in the
wilderness?
wilderness?
All right, everyone is correct. The water is E. Water from the rock. God told Moses to strike the rock and water will come out. And that is recorded in Exodus 17, verse 6. "Behold, I will stand before there and upon the rock of Horeb. Thou shalt smite the rock, and there shall come water out of it." Who held Moses' hand while Israel was on battle? A. Aaron and Hor. B. Aaron and Miriam. C. Joshua and Caleb, D. Eleazar and Ithamar, E. Nadab and Abihu. Someone is holding the hands of Moses, and if it's down, they're losing. If Moses' hand is up, they're winning. The answer is A. Aaron and Hor. Exodus 17:10-11. So Joshua did as Moses had said to him and fought with Amalek. And Moses, Aaron, and Hor went up on the top of the hill. So it's Aaron and Hor. Who gave Moses advice to delegate authority? A. God, B. Aaron, C. Joshua, D. Jethro, E. Miriam. The Israelites became a handful. There are so lots of problems, and Moses is the lone deciding. So someone advised him to delegate the authority. Okay, wow, everyone is correct again. The answer is Jethro. And who is Jethro? Jethro is the father-in-law of Moses. Exodus 18:12-27. How many of the Ten Commandments deal with our relationship to other humans? A. 2, B. 4, C. 6, E. 8, and E. 10. How many of the Ten Commandments deal with human relations? Aha. The answer is C. 6. The first 4 is a relationship with God, and the last 6 is a relationship with human beings. Okay. What happened to the owner of an animal that killed a person if the owner knew that the animal previously had a record of violence? A. An animal would be taken away. B. The owner was cut off of Israel. C. Owner was to put in prison. D. He was to put to death. E. Owner has to pay money. The animal is violence, and if it kills someone, what would happen to the owner? Let's see who got the correct answer. The answer is D. He was to put to death. Exodus 21:29. The ox shall be stoned, and its owners also shall be put to death. The animal is violent, but the owner is irresponsible. That's why he was also to put to death. Okay, number 10. What was to be done to a man who killed a thief that was breaking in at night? A. He was to cut off from Israel. B. He was to put in prison. C. He was to put to death. D. He has to stay in the city of refuge and pay blood money. E. Nothing. He is not guilty of bloodshed. What's the correct answer? These are the laws of Moses. Okay? Nothing. He is not guilty of bloodshed. But if the person is stealing on daytime, then the killer or the owner will be responsible. Because it happens on the nighttime, so according to this law, he is not guilty. Exodus 22:2. What should you do if you see an enemy's animal going astray? You have an enemy, his animal is astray. A. Keep it. B. Kill it. C. Leave the animal alone. D. Return to the owner. C. Sell the animal. Sell it. Okay, what will you do if your enemy's animal roaming in your garden? You have to D. Return it. Exodus 23:4. If you meet your enemy's ox or his donkey going astray, you shall surely bring it back to him again. From what material was the lampstand made? Okay, this is the lampstand in the tabernacle. A. Brass. B. Bronze. C. Gold. D. Iron. E. Silver. The answer is C. It's made up of pure gold. Exodus 25:31. And you shall make a lampstand of pure gold. The lampstand shall be hammered work, and its shaft, its branches, its ball, its ornament knob, and the flowers shall be of one piece, and it's made of gold. Fill in the blanks. The Israelites were afraid seeing the Egyptians. Moses said to them, do not be afraid. See the blank of the Lord. A. See the power of the Lord. See the punishment of the Lord. C. See the salvation of the Lord. D. See the wrath of the Lord. E. None of the above. Okay, the answer is C. See the salvation of the Lord. Well, half of you guys got a mistake. It is found in Exodus 14:13 and 14. It says, Moses said to the people, do not be afraid, stand still and see the salvation of the Lord, which he will accomplish to you today. What was the reaction of the Israel when they saw Egyptians drown, and what God had done? A. Dancing and rejoicing. B. Feared and believed the Lord. C. Singing and praising Moses. D. They were silent and thankful. E. Trusted Moses and Aaron. The reactions of the people. They feared and believed the Lord. Answer is letter B. Exodus 14:31. Thus Israel saw the great work which the Lord had done in Egypt. So the people feared the Lord and believed that the Lord and his servant Moses. What visible and audible manifestations occurred when the Lord descended on Mount Sinai? A. A thick cloud. B. Lightning and thunder. C. Smoke and fire. D. Earthquake. E. All of the above. Visible and audible manifestations the Israelites saw. Okay, all of the above is the correct answer, letter E. There is a thick cloud, lightning and thunder, smoke and earthquake. That's how powerful and glorious God is. Exodus 19:16 to 19. What physical phenomena accompanied the giving of the Ten Commandments? A. Lightning and thunder. B. Trumpet noise. C. Smoke and fire. D. A and C. And E. All of the above. What physical happened or experience the Israelites have when the Ten Commandments were given? Okay, so the answer is letter E. Everything was experienced by Israelites. They saw lightning, thunders, they hear trumpet noise, and they also see smoke and fire. So all of the above, letter E. We found that in Exodus 20:18. After how
After
many
how many
years
years
would a
would a
purchased Hebrew
Hebrew
servant be
servant be
freed?
freed?
A.
A.
After three
After 3
years
years
of
of
service.
service.
B.
B.
6 years.
6 years.
C.
C.
7 years.
7 years.
D.
D. 10
10 years.
years.
E.
E.
Never got
Never got
freed.
freed.
So if
So if
you
you
purchased
purchased
a
a
Hebrew
Hebrew
servant,
servant,
after how
after how
many
many
years
years
would you
would you
free
free
him?
him?
The answer is 6 years. Letter B. Exodus 21:2. If you buy a Hebrew servant, he shall serve 6 years, and in the seventh he shall go out free and pay nothing. What
What
happened
happened
if a
if a
servant love
servant
his
loved his
master
master
and do
and
not
do
wish
not
to
wish
go
to
out
go out
free?
free?
A.
A.
His
His
master will
master
bring
will
him
bring
to the
him to the
judges.
judges.
B.
B.
His
His
ears would
ears
be
would be
pierced with an
pierced with an
awl.
awl.
C.
C.
He would
He would
serve his
serve his
master
master
the
the
rest of
rest
his
of his
life.
life.
D.
D.
A
A
and
and
C.
C.
And
And
E.
E.
All of
All
the
of the
above.
above.
He likes
He
his
liked his
master. He
master. He
doesn't like
doesn't
to
like
go
to go
free.
free.
What should
What
the
should the
master
master
do?
do?
Okay. The master should do everything. He should bring him to the judge, present him the case, and he will pierce his ears as a sign, and he would serve his master the rest of his life. All of the above. Exodus 21:5 and 6. Okay. There should be a witness what the servant wanted to be. And as a sign, there should be a pierce in an ear. For what
For what
acts of
acts of
violence
violence
were
were
laws
laws
given?
given?
A.
A.
Killing a
Killing a
person.
person.
B.
B.
Stealing
Stealing
someone's
someone's
property.
property.
C.
C.
Cursing the
Cursing the
parents.
parents.
D.
D.
Knocking
Knocking
off a
off a
tooth.
tooth.
E.
E.
All
All
of the
of the
above.
above.
Oh,
Oh,
knocking of
knocking of
tooth
tooth
means
means
something
something
happened.
happened.
Maybe you
Maybe you
fight
fight
and the
and the
tooth
tooth
was
was
pulled
pulled
out.
out.
Okay,
Okay,
see what Moses' law is about. Oh,
Oh,
everything,
everything,
even
even
knocking of
knocking of
tooth,
tooth,
is
is
part of the
part of
law.
the law.
The answer
The
is
answer is
E,
E.
all of the
All of
above.
the above.
Okay, the verse is very
The verse is
long,
very long,
so
so
you
just
just get a
get a
reference.
reference.
Exodus
Exodus
21,
21,
12
12
to
to
19.
19.
These are
These
all
are
the
all the
laws.
laws.
For
For
what
what
action
action
of
of
man
man
that will
that will
let
let
a
a
servant
servant
go
go
free?
free?
Okay.
Okay.
A.
A.
Servant got
Servant got
pregnant.
pregnant.
B.
B.
One
One
strike
strike
other
other
and the
and the
stone
stone
or his
or his
fist,
fist,
and he
and
does
he does
not
not
die,
die,
but is
but is
confined
confined
in his
in his
bed.
bed.
C.
C.
He strike a
Strike a
servant,
servant,
causing
causing
blindness
blindness
and
and
knocking off
knocking
a
off a
tooth.
tooth.
D.
D.
B and
B and
C,
C,
and
and
E.
E.
All of
All
the
of the
above.
above.
The
The
landlord
landlord
have
have
done
done
something
something
that will
will
make
make
a
a
servant
servant
free.
free.
So the answer is letter C. If you strike a servant, causing blindness and knocking off a tooth, a simple one, he will go free. You don't have to kill the servant or make a really violent action. Just by knocking a tooth, he got free. Exodus 21:26 to 17, or 17 to 26, that should be inverted. If a man strikes the eye of his male or female servant and destroys it, meaning got blind, he shall let him go free for the sake of his eye. And also shall let him go free for the sake of his tooth. So landlords, be careful. Take care of your servants. What was required of a man who enticed a virgin who was not betrothed? Okay, two answers. You select two answers and click submit. A. Man be cut off from his people. B. He should marry her. C. He shall pay money according to the dowry of a virgin. D. He shall serve the family for 7 years. E. He shall be killed if a father refuses to give her for marriage. Two answers, and don't forget to click submit. The answer is letter B and C. You should marry her and pay the dowry. Exodus 22:16 and 17. If a man entice a virgin who is not betrothed and lies with her, he shall surely pay the price for her to be wife. What was to be done to a person who lays with an animal? A. Cut off from the people. B. Got separated with the animal. C. Pay money to the owner of the animal. D. The man should be put to death. And E. None of the above. Okay, well, everyone is correct. The answer is letter D. He should be put to death if he is or the person lays with an animal. Exodus 22:19. Who was not to be mistreated? Two answers again. A. Domesticated animals. B. Elderly person. C. Fatherless child. D. Widows. E. Parents. Who should not who was not to be mistreated? Taken care of. Two answers. Okay, perfect again. The answer is C and D. The fatherless and the widows must be taken care, not to be mistreated. You
I
shall
didn't
neither
submit it.
Yes, go ahead.
I forgot to submit it.
Oh, it's all right. Exodus 22:21 and 22. You shall not afflict any widow or fatherless child. 24. Sabbath school lesson. Abraham losing faith. Whom did he told God his heirs would be? A. Isaac. B. Ishmael. C. Eliezer of Damascus. D. A and B. And E. None of the above. That is a Saturday lesson. The last number is also taken from the Sabbath school lesson. The answer is letter C. Eliezer of Damascus. Okay? And you found that in Genesis 15 verse 2. When did God change the name Abraham or Abram to Abraham? A. When God appeared first time announcing that he will be father of many nations. B. Before Ishmael was born. C. After Ishmael and before Isaac was born. C. After Isaac was born. And E. After he was blessed by Melchizedek the priest. God changed Abraham to Abraham. When did it happen? C. After Ishmael was born, God came again the second time, and that's the time wherein his name was changed to Abraham. Okay, and you found that in verse 16 of chapter 16, verse 15, 16 of Genesis. And Hagar gave a son, and Abraham named him Ishmael, and he was 86 years old. And the next verse, Jesus made a covenant, I will make you a father of multi nations. What more, I am changing your name. It will be no longer Abraham, instead you will be called Abraham. So after Ishmael was born and before Isaac was born, Abraham's name was changed. Sort of a puzzle. Okay, you could you could screen copy this or screen capture. You have to tell me, or you have to answer the names of the mother of these children. So who is the mother of Cain? Who is the mother of Ishmael? Isaac? Because it's Mother's Day, so we should be familiar with the mothers of the Bible. Alright, so if you have taken a picture of this, anyway, it will be shown again on the next page, but it will be in smaller letter. Okay, so you have 3 minutes. Just type the names of the mother, a comma that separated, then another name. So, who is the name? Mother of Cain, period, a comma, or a space will do. As long as there should be a separation between the first name of the mother and the second name. But comma is better. So, mother's name, comma, second mother's name, comma, third mother's name, comma, and the rest. So you have Ishmael, Isaac, Jacob, Joseph, Simeon, Gad, Dan, Aaron, Manasseh, Mahlon, Obed, Samuel, Solomon, and John the Baptist. After writing all the names, you click submit. You got 2 more minutes. Even wrong spelling, that's fine. Okay, so Ladell has submitted. Mariba have submitted. Masa have submitted. 1 minute. Don't forget to click submit. Thank you very much, and see you again this Saturday. Our coverage will be the last one-third of the Bible from Exodus 27 to 40.
Thank you po.
You're welcome. So, oh, may humabol pa. We have one from the Philippines. Arlene, join the quiz. And who else? Yes, thank you. Linson, were you able to start, Linson? Yes. And welcome to those who are new. I have a new name here, Masa and Mariba. If you want to receive your uh, quiz results, you can send me your email and in the messenger, and I will send you your quiz results to review. Happy Sabbath and thank you very much.